Hi everybody! I had the great honor this month of being asked to be a guest designer for W2Scrapbooking and her blog Shiny Objects and her new MixUrMedia kits. So for April she asked me if I would do the kits. They went on her blog today and I told everybody I would put up a video later of the projects I did so you can get a better idea as opposed to the pictures on what I did. So one of the projects I did was this journal page, and I used the stencils that I got from her, which you can kind of see right there, the leaf-shaped stencils. I gessoed the page and then put some heavy gesso with the stencils in a few of the places. Then I used gelatos that I got from Wendy at W2Scrapbooking, and a technique that I learned online. You put the gelatos on and then you spray them and blend them in with water. Then I created my funky little tree using modeling paste. I actually used up the rest of the container that I had, so I'm going to have to get some more. I also added some of the pattern pieces that were in the MixUrMedia kit for some more texture. And I also used these wonderful little cards just to have my writing on there. Added some black, because I learned that from a couple people who do journaling. You have to put black on there. Oh, I like how things look with black on there, so that's what I did, and that's actually a Pico pen that I used. And I also used the instruction sheet of the vintage pattern that was in the kit to stamp the birds and the butterfly. I tried stamping them right onto the page, and you can kind of tell a little bit when you look at this one really close up. You can see the little smudges there. I tried that and it didn't work, so I put him over top instead, and I kind of liked how that looked better. So I also did put some shimmer on there, some Bo Bunny. This is Bo Bunny glitter paste that I just found that last weekend at a crop. It's so much fun to use, and I just accented, put it on some of the stencils to bring them out a little bit more. So this is my journal page. That was one project. Second project I did was this little mini canvas, and this piece right here is actually a doorknob. I got it at the local hardware store. I had my husband cut the back off of it, and well, because it actually came about this much more as a door handle. So then I just put that in there. But the way I started the project is I took the pattern paper, the different kinds of pattern paper that were in the kit, and I just cut them out, tore pieces, and collaged them right onto the canvas, and I did that sort of all the way around, and had things go over the sides and everything. Then I also added some joint tape to give it a little more texture, and then I sprayed it with a bunch of different sprays, bloom sprays, so that I could get some color on there. I also added some more of the fun Bo Bunny glitter paste. I used a stencil, Donna Downey stencils for that, and then I just added some of the embellishments. And these paper flowers I made with the tissue of the pattern paper. So, and I'm going to actually show people how to do that if you would like. So that is my second project. And the third project I did is this circle canvas. So this is a circle canvas. I'm not even sure where I got some of these things, but I basically did some of the same. I started off by spraying it and inking it all the way around the edges. I had some flakes that I added with adhesive, and then I just took the rest of a bunch of the other stuff from the kit and stuck it on here. So I've got the little mirror pieces, some of the metal embellishments. These were the antique photos that were in there. People keep asking me if they're my relatives. They're not, even though this one actually looks a lot like a picture of my mother that I have somewhere. And then I just used some more of the ephemera that I have around and that came in the kit. I made some more of these paper flowers with the actual pieces of the pattern. And I also had a little mini burlap canvas that I added some other stuff to, just to give everything some dimension and texture. And these flowers, I have no idea what they're made out of. They're almost, they almost feel like a foam or a wood. And I actually got them, I bought them at a crop. They were in amongst a prize that I won. And I think they were homemade by whoever put the prize together. It might have even been Bonnie Smith, I'm not even sure. But like I said, I thought they looked kind of neat. And I've actually got a whole bag of them. I love using them on things. They are really, really neat. But I don't actually know what they're made out of. So, but they are really, really neat. And I thought they worked really well with the vintage look to this canvas. So those are the three projects that I did with the fabulous MixUrMedia kit that I got at Shiny Objects, W2Scrapbooking. And once again, I want to really thank Wendy for asking me if I would like to be a guest designer for her. I had so much fun doing this and just playing and figuring out what I wanted to put on there, and I had a lot of fun. But I have actually had a lot of people ask me about these flowers, so I thought I could show you how to do them. It's a technique I learned from a video on YouTube. It's Stampin' Up. So you use a Stampin' Up punch, and you need one brad. Doesn't really matter what color or size because you're not going to see it. And I didn't bring my pokey tool upstairs, so I'm going to have to try this without a pokey tool. But what you do is you just take the material that you want to use. Like I said, Stampin' Up suggests you use their tissue paper, which you can. You need a tissue paper that is fairly thick because you don't want it to rip. And then basically you just kind of punch out as many of the pieces as you want for the thickness that you want. I basically use the pattern paper like this and just cut out 2 of them. So, all in all, and of course this is always difficult to get everything out of your stamp, but there's lots of paper so you can use that left over. And then, so basically I have, oh, I don't even know how many of these, I have got quite a few. So then what you do is you just put them together, and like I said, you really should have a pokey tool. I didn't bring mine upstairs and I don't feel like running down to get it, but the tissue paper isn't that thick, so I should be able to actually do this without it. Or possibly not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, you just poke that right through in the middle. And I'll do the other half of it again. And I've got a couple of different punches that are this shape. This is the 1 3/4. I think it's called the daisy punch. And I've got a smaller one, which is I use the smaller one to make the smaller flowers on the smaller canvas. And yeah. So then, once you put your brad through, and like I said, it doesn't really matter what color or size brad you use. If you use a bigger one, you probably will see it through the top, but then you just take, I usually take 1 or 2 layers at a time, and you just crinkle them up into the middle, kind of like that. I don't know if you can really tell. And you basically just do that to everything. And like I said, I usually do it a few at a time. You can do it 1 at a time. The more you crinkle it and the more individual ones you do at a time, you get fuller flowers. But you basically just gather everything up and crinkle it all up until you sort of have a little ball shape like that. And then you just flatten it, then you sort of bring it back out. And to make the flower as full or as small as you want. And like I said, see, I did some of these a little too much together, so I'm going to crinkle them up more individually. But yeah, so the more you crinkle up this flower and then undo it, the funner shaped flower you're going to have. Okay, and then you can even kind of go like that to mess it up as well. Yeah, and then, like I said, see, this one is a little bit bigger the more you undo it. And see, like I said, you can't even see the brad in the middle. So now you have a little flower. And you can do this with any kind of color tissue paper you want, and then you end up with different colors of flowers. And the reason I liked I wanted the brown antique kind of color that went with my antique look to my canvases, and that was actually the fun part about using the pattern, because the material is that brownie color, but it also has all the little pattern pieces on it, so you get some texture and fun kind of patterns using that. So there, I have a little paper flower. So I hope everybody liked what I showed them, and like I said, I didn't come up with this tissue paper flower. I got it off of YouTube and Stampin' Up. So I hope you enjoyed my little video, and I hope you like my canvases and my art. And again, thank you very much to Wendy at W2Scrapbooking and Shiny Objects for giving me the opportunity to do this. You should check out her store. I've got links to her stuff on my blog. You should check her out because she's got great stuff. Thanks. Bye.